So what's that?
So our brave volunteers in the shower today to let people know about how much water is wasted by the meat industry. It takes the same amount of water to produce 1 pound of beef as you could use to take a 5-minute shower every day for 6 months. It's almost 2,500 gallons of water.
That's like the whole display.
So are you against using water?
No, we're against eating animals. And so
You're against eating animals?
Absolutely. We're an animal rights organization
Uh-huh.
that's encouraging people to help the environment by eating vegan food instead of animal products because it's much less wasteful and doesn't support the cruelty that goes on for animals in factory farms and slaughterhouses.
Have you ever ate a chicken in your life?
I used to, and I haven't in 13 years. I've been vegetarian and I've been vegan the last 8 years. And so we're encouraging people to vote with their pocketbooks and by helping the environment by just choosing to eat.
But animals eat other animals. That's how nature works, no?
Well, there's a completely different scenario than factory farming, which is where the majority of meat, dairy, and eggs comes from, and what goes on for animals who are carnivorous in the wild.
I'm a carnivore. We humans are
No,
carnivores.
you're an omnivore, first of all.
Well,
So it's a
omnivore,
difference.
okay. Omnivore
And you can
includes
survive,
meat.
But you can survive as a vegetarian. I've
But
been
if
a
I don't want to,
vegetarian.
why do I care?
Well,
I like meat. I eat meat.
I used to too, and
So-
we're encouraging people to, think about the impacts of our choices. It's not about just does meat taste good. Of course, a lot of people think it does, but it's learning about what happens to animals and what the environmental toll is
Wait.
for continuing to eat.
Animals are killed mercifully. I mean, with
You've
the
never been into a slaughterhouse. There's
Have you
not
been?
one. There's not one federal
Have you been
law.
to
I
any?
have.
And
there's
what
not one
happened?
federal law protecting chickens in slaughterhouses, which means that companies can do whatever is most profitable. Right now,
Are you against profit?
I'm against animal abuse, and there are no laws regulating what happens to animals in slaughterhouses and factory farms.
Do you think when cheetahs catch up with their prey and tear it apart, is it a good thing or is it a bad thing?
Well, that's really not something that we care about. Let me show you what happens to an average animal that ends up on your plate. Okay? This is how chickens are kept to lay eggs. They're crammed in cages so small they can't even spread a wing. And they live their whole lives like this until they're pulled out of these crates, having their legs and wings broken.
if let's say we give them a little more room, then you'll be okay with us eating chicken.
No, absolutely. Animals, we believe that animals are not here for us. And they exist for their own reasons. And if you can survive without creating harm, we advocate that you should, and you should read this.
If you give every chicken a condo, then is it okay to eat chicken?
Those animals never want to go through a slaughterhouse. They never want their throat slit, just like you or I. And we can choose to not support cruelty to animals.
Exactly,
by
you
eating
choose,
vegan
but
food.
why you're forcing me not to do that?
Well, I'm asking you to make a positive and compassionate choice.
I see why not making it possible for the farmers to make money and make a profit by raising chicken or other farm animals, provide us with meat so that they can make money and buy something else like
Well, there's
you're making
animal-
t-shirts
you know-
and buy the t-shirts, for example.
Well, those animals don't think that a t-shirt is worth them being stuck in a cage where they never see the sun and having their
A
throat
chicken
slit.
told you that?
They feel pain and fear, just like all animals. So, I know, but I just want to let you know that we're asking people to make compassionate choices to be better for animals and the environment. You can make that choice or not, but the truth is that it's always going to be better for animals and always better for the planet to eat vegan food.
So you're against animals?
We're not against animals, we're against killing them for food. And you can have a nice day.
Okay, you too. Ты можешь подержать вот это, если не сложно? Ты свечу повесить. А? Я там оставил.
So the actual head wash sort of looks like places that burn sort of has pipes like this, and it's hard to get water. That's like a very big issue. Burning Man. You've been there?
Yeah, I've been twice, and I've been twice since 3:30. I've been bubbles and base camps. We give champagne from 4 in the morning till 10 in the morning.
In their home?
Yeah.
Are they going to
I think we're
have
at Peck's Village
people
this year.
tilling the soil outside in their backyard?
Peck's Village. Last time we were like a 2:45 engagement right on the edge.
Do you have your ticket already?
Yeah, I have two.
You have two. Do you have an extra? So you're looking for one.
I've been looking for forever. Yeah, you'll get one. They'll come up. I mean, I don't know. I've got an extra one, but I think my boyfriend wants it and he doesn't want it. I've got like I'm sure. But they will come up, you know.
Is she using green soap right
So I
now?
may as well tell you what happened this year. Is they did the auction for 40,000 tickets, right? And they were going to auction off 10,000 more. But what had happened was the 40,000 tickets, the people that had been going for year after year, a lot of them didn't get them, and they were afraid it was going to dilute the event and that they wouldn't produce some of the artwork they needed to produce. So they found that they said, okay, we're giving those tickets to the old timer, the veterans.